Many countries all over the world have specific things that signify and represent that country's culture. For example, in Thailand, statues and shrines of the Buddha can be found almost everywhere. This is because of the huge Buddhist population that lives in Thailand. In India, elephants are considered sacred due to their unmatched workability and perseverance. And then you think about the guards that stand out in front of the Buckingham Palace in London with their straight faces and stern demeanor. So every country has something specific that symbolizes their culture. In Japan, you will rarely find a house that isn't protected by a pair of Shisha dogs. So today I'm going to talk to you about Shisha dogs and give you some information on three main points. That's the history of the Shisha dogs, the different styles and meanings of Shisha dogs, and how they're actually made. So first, I'm going to give you a little bit of history about Shisha dogs and how they became a huge part of Japanese culture, specifically here in Okinawa. So according to an article written by Vendetta Vixen called Mythological Dogs, the legend of the Shisha dog began in the 14th century. So Okinawa was at the mercy of an angry sea dragon that would terrorize the local villages almost on a day-to-day basis. So one day after the dragon had caused havoc to the village, the king of Okinawa came through and approached the young boy. He gave the young boy a small Shisha dog, and he told him to put this Shisha dog facing the ocean on the shoreline, and it will protect the village from future attacks of the dragon. So the boy did it. The next day, the dragon came through, but he was met with the Shisha dog. Now at this point, the story is a little different depending on where you hear it. But the first version is, as the dragon approached, the Shisha dog let out an enormous roar, which sent a rock coming down from the heavens and crushing the dragon and killing it. In another version, the Shisha dog explodes into a huge lion-like dog and begins to fight with the dragon, ultimately killing it. Regardless of what story you hear, the Shisha dog stands for Guardians of Peace, and they stand for protection. So according to another article on OkinawanOdyssey.com written by Pei Rock entitled Shisha dogs originated in China and were brought to Japan somewhere around the 14th century. They have many different names to include Fu dogs, lion dogs, guardian dogs, and Shisha dogs, but they all have the same meaning, which is protector or guardian dogs. So now that you know a little bit about the history of Shisha dogs, let's talk about the different styles and meanings of the Shisha dogs. So depending on what you would like, Shisha dogs can be positioned in different ways. So here I have a set of Fu dogs, and these are accustomed to China. They always come in pairs, and it's said that one is a male and one is a female. So how you tell which one is a male and which one is a female? This one is the female, and she's said to have her paw right here on top of a pup, and this is to signify that she is the protector of her family. So she's easily identified by her foot on the pup. So for the male, you're going to see this object down here. In the bigger ones it has more detail, but this is pretty much a globe, and it's basically symbolizing that the male is master of his domain, he's protector of his world. So that's how you would tell the difference between a male and a female with the Chinese Fu dogs. Now, these are Shisha dogs that you would find more around here in Okinawa. So they can be positioned in different ways, but they pretty much have the same meaning. And just like the Fu dogs, they're male and female. So the female is said to have her mouth open, and this is because she is said to have a pup in there, and like I said before, she's the protector of the family. So she's gonna her mouth open is also bringing in the good spirits. So the male has his mouth closed, and this is because he is keeping in the good spirits and preventing the evil spirits from getting in. So they always come in pairs, and they're positioned at the front, either the front door on either side of the door or on top of the roof. So now that you know a little bit about the different styles and meanings of Shisha dogs, let's talk about how they're actually made. So with the help of a Japanese translator, David Allen, an author for Stars and Stripes magazine, conducted an interview of an Okinawan native that spends his time making shisha dogs. So Joey Shimabaraku is a well-known sculptor of these shisha dogs that you would find in Okinawa. They are all handmade, and most of them are made out of clay, but he has made some out of stone and ceramic, depending on what you would like. So shisha dogs like these are painted in pretty vibrant colors, and that's to make them stand out more. But they are sold a lot without having any paint at all. So it's left up to the owner to paint them however they want. So you can get, like I said before, shisha dogs can range in different sizes, but you can get an average size pair of shisha dogs for about 3,000 yen, which is about $40. So it's not too bad. So now that you know how shisha dogs are made, let's go over what I talked about today. So today I gave you facts and information about the shisha dogs by going over the history of the shisha dogs, the different styles and meanings of the shisha dogs, and then how they're actually made. So, like I said before, thousands of cultures and countries around the world have different things that symbolize their culture. So the shisha dog in Japan is just one of them. If you ever have a chance to travel to Japan, I highly recommend picking up a pair of shisha dogs. Thanks.